Hi everyone, Jamie here from the Line Zero team, and today we're going to chat a little bit about meetings in the metaverse. And we've been getting some questions and comments from folks around, what is a metaverse meeting? How do I meet in the metaverse? Why would I meet in the metaverse? And so I'm not sure if we'll unpack all of those on today's video, but I figured a couple of helpful conversation points might shed some light per se on, why folks may look to invest or consider meeting in the metaverse and what advantages does it hold. So first and foremost, I think one of the things that can be helpful is understanding what is the metaverse, or how do we meet in the metaverse. So we've got a couple of blogs and other articles that kind of describes what the metaverse is, but as it relates to meetings, specifically corporate meetings or any type of meetings where you're going to kind of get together with other people, one of the advantages to meeting in the metaverse is typically you put on some virtual reality headset and you're basically superimposed, or you're virtually present, and because you're in this you have this headset on, you can look left and right. You have a sense of presence for what's around you, and you can kind of be and put yourself into any kind of setting you like. And other people in different geographies or location are also kind of inserted into that same location. So meeting in the metaverse is really no different than a meeting on Zoom or on Teams. Really, the only difference is that it's kind of moves from 2D to 3D, to a three-dimensional meeting. Now, why is that advantageous? Why would you go through the effort of putting on a headset and participating in a meeting in 3 dimensions versus 2 dimensions? So there's two main ones, or two primary reasons. So the first one, of course, is presence, is a sense of location. So when we're meeting on Zoom and everyone's in 2D, there's no sense of who's to my left and who's to my right. So if we think about, Sunday dinner with the family, we're all around the table, and if somebody speaks to my left, it's only natural I will face that person. I'm making eye contact, and everyone else is also facing that person, and that person kind of has the stage, they're speaking, and then conversation occurs and we kind of go back and forth. When we're on Zoom and Teams, that doesn't occur. There's no sense of spatiality, if that's a word, in those meetings. It's all 2-dimensional. We're all staring forward, and so there's no deviation for where we're looking. It can actually be fatiguing in our eyes, as I'm sure we've all experienced in the last couple of years, just needing to stare forward and be fixated. Versus when we're in a meeting in the metaverse, it does give the ability to both have people participate in that meeting to my left and to my right, and to act and react in the same physical mannerisms as if I were in a in-person meeting. And that just creates a much more immersive experience and a much more natural way to meet, obviously barring the glasses being on my eyes. The second advantage, let's say, to meeting in the metaverse is, there are many reasons why you have meetings in general, right? Sometimes meetings can be information exchanges where one person's sharing information to the other. Other times you may have meetings where it's a collaboration and you're both working together on something. Other times it could be a presentation. So there's lots of different scenarios, or training, for example, where you're learning. And when we think about before Zoom or before Teams, all of those would be in person. And typically, each of those types of scenarios would actually have different types of meeting rooms catered to the outcome or the experience you're trying to cater. So a training room would look different than an all-hands town hall or a conference room, which would look different than a collaboration room or a breakout room, which would look different than et cetera, et cetera. And so they'd all be kind of fit for purpose. And when everything moved to Zoom, we didn't have the ability to create a fit for purpose meeting experience. Every room was the same, and regardless of the intent or the reason we're doing it. Now, one of the advantages we have into the metaverse is basically when we kind of superimpose ourselves into that virtual world, we can create whatever surroundings we like that allow us to enhance the actual purpose for the meeting. So if it's a training room, we could have it oriented where all of the students or people that are learning sit classroom style. They're all facing forward at the instructor and they're learning in that capacity. Versus if it's a town hall, you could have one person speaking to 500 and that sit in like an arena or a stadium type of setting. If it's a collaboration or breakout, you could actually create whiteboards or create all sorts of things in the room to help allow you to achieve whatever the objective is that you're trying to achieve for that meeting. So that's the second, I would say, major benefit to meeting in the metaverse, virtual meetings in the metaverse that are enhanced, that you can't actually have that same type of tangible experience using two-dimensional meetings like with Teams or Zoom. So I hope that helps in terms of helping to describe or better understand what a metaverse meeting is, and perhaps a couple of main reasons or objectives for why you may entertain attempting to meet in the metaverse versus using Teams or Zoom to do so. If you have any questions, we'd love to have a chat, have a conversation, explore this. Our team's been doing a number of meetings in the metaverse. It's been quite a learning experience, and we'd be happy to share kind of our experience and learnings around where we found positive benefits or value, and perhaps where there's still a bit of room to grow. Thanks for your time, and talk soon.